Hey, what's going on, Pisces? Butch here. I'm going to do your July read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I am going to be using the Spellcaster Tarot. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what do we have? What do we have for Pisces for July 2022? Is going on, Pisces? All right, Pisces. So the first thing I see, Pisces, is I do feel like this is a past person. I feel like it is someone that you had. I do feel like this may be an ex person or someone that I feel like there's a lot of, you know, there was a deep connection that you had with this person. And I feel like in the past with this person, I just feel like it wasn't. They were very guarded. They were very defensive. And I feel like they weren't acknowledging what was right there in front of them. I do feel like you had a strong connection with this person, and I feel like this person was 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 fighting it. To be honest with you, I feel like they were not being helpful whatsoever. I feel like they were denying. They were self-sabotaging. I feel like they just couldn't accept a connection. And I feel like it. I, I just feel like this person was very, like I said, there was a very defensive energy, very guarded. They had a hard time letting anybody in, and I feel like the closer they got to you, they felt like it was almost like a defense mechanism. Like they had to push you away. They felt like they couldn't be what you needed them to be, and that's how they felt. So instead of failing you, I feel like they just kind of try to push you away. They were afraid that they were going to let you down, so instead of doing that, they just did the most. It's very frustrating when you see someone that has such a strong connection. Like you see two people that are so connected, but one person's fear can be overwhelming, and I feel like that's exactly what we have here. I feel like this person couldn't accept the connection. I feel like they were afraid of opening themselves up, because when they open themselves up, you see the true them, and I feel like they felt like that wouldn't be enough for you. I don't think they realized that you've seen more than they thought you've seen. Like I said, I do feel like this person, there is a lot of self-sabotaging energy, pushing you away, making you feel like the feelings you had for them, they didn't feel the same way, that they were trying to convince you of it. But the worst part is they first had to try to convince themselves, and I feel like they never really successfully did that. I feel like this person's been going through a lot of regret. They felt like they did the right thing. They felt like they were doing it right, and now I feel like they're in a very, the late nights of anxiety and not being able to sleep, always thinking about it. and that regret. I mean, they felt like they were doing the right thing. They felt like they felt like they got out without, unscathed. But what they didn't realize, like I said, is now the regret sits in. I feel like they feel defeated. They feel like they screwed the best thing that ever happened to them up. And I feel like they have grown. I do see a lot of transformation in this person since then. And I feel like now they finally see what, we got the Hangman as well. I mean, they're seeing things in a different perspective. They're realizing how great they had it. Sometimes we don't realize how good we have it when it's right in front of us. And sometimes we need the fear of losing it. And I feel like now they realize what it's like to be without you. And that's when the regret sits in. I mean, they have never stopped thinking about you. They can't get you off their mind, but like I said, I mean, I see more reads than I should like this. Someone has these strong feelings for someone, but they push them away anyway because they're afraid. And like I said, there was definitely some strong energy between the two of you, and you felt it, and you acknowledged it. And I feel like they did the complete opposite. I feel like they felt it, but I feel like they tried to ignore it. They tried to deny it. They tried to do everything in their power. But it was their fear of not being enough. Like I said, I feel like they were afraid if they gave you 100% that they'd come up 20% short type of energy. Well, like I said, I do see a lot of growth in this person. I do see them finally seeing things in a different perspective. And with that, that regret and that anxiety and those late nights not being able to sleep, always thinking about you, I feel like there's a big move coming. And I feel like that big move is I feel like this person's going to reach out to you. I do see them opening up communication. And like I said, I do see them willing to finally take that risk, because being rejected couldn't hurt as bad as this regret that they feel. They want to risk it all. They're coming back more confident in themselves, but they're also, like I said, they're finally ready to take that big risk. And to them, it is a big risk. And I feel like in that sense, they haven't really changed. I feel like they still think they may come up short. But I feel like at this point, it doesn't matter to them anymore. I feel like they need to know. I mean, they know what they want, and they're going to do what it takes to get, to get back to that place. They're tired of losing. And I feel like like I said, I feel like this person coming back, and they're coming back in a big way. And I feel like I said, they're going to put all the work to make things right. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of honesty coming from this person. And I feel like it's going to confirm a lot of things that you already knew. You knew there was something else between the two of you. But when somebody tells you and somebody makes you feel like there's nothing, eventually you start believing them. And I feel like this is what this person did. I feel like there was a very hot and cold energy with this person in the past. I feel like, they did everything they could to push you away. And eventually it worked. Even though you knew, I feel like you really knew there was something else there. I feel like you knew, but it comes to a point when, it's hard to fight for somebody if they're not fighting for themselves. It's almost like you feel like you're going to be, fighting a losing battle. But like I said, I feel like this person is coming back in a big way. And I see a lot of happiness. I see a lot of emotional fulfillment. I feel like this person putting in the work and doing what needs to be done. They never knew what they had before. They never knew. And a lot of times they don't know. A lot of times when these people do the self-sabotaging, they don't realize what they're doing until it's too late. And this person's hoping it's not too late because they do want to come back. And I do, like I said, I do see them making you an offer, and it's going to be, an authentic offer because they want to build that foundation with you. We have that family card. With that Lovers card, there's a deep connection here, but if we're not both on the same page, we can't move on. We can't move forward with it. But the thing that I do see that really, is something that we really need to look at is the fact that I feel like in the past, I feel like if they didn't push you away they half-assed accepted, the connection, and they half-assed was in a relationship, I feel like you never would have, seen the true potential of this. I feel like that would have irritated you more. But I feel like them realizing this and having that different perspective and feeling more confident and finally ready to risk it all, I feel like it is going to make you that much stronger because now you can be reassured that they are 100% in. And like I said, they're going to keep coming. Sometimes we need to lose the most important thing we ever had in order to appreciate it to its fullest. And it's sad. But like I said, I do see this person putting in a lot of work. They're going to do whatever it takes to make it right. And it's not to say they don't have some fears. They just don't have the fear. Their fear now is losing you. Their fear is to feel the way they felt without you. Now with this person, we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I do feel like it happens way too often. From all the reads I've ever done, it happens a lot more than you think. I mean, you think that people meet the person they're meant to be with and they would be happy and they would be, all in and putting in all the effort from day one. When you want something, go after it, and you would think that that's how everybody would be. But some people, they're more afraid of failure, and it gets in the way of their happiness. They're afraid of failing you, and they'd rather lose you than fail you. So, because at least if they lose you on their own terms, then they, you know what I mean? And I can never really get behind the whole idea of it all, but if you want something, you got to go all in. Go in and go after it. Make them feel wanted, make them feel needed, make them feel loved. Because, if we look at the worst case scenario, I mean, I'm a Sagittarius, so I mean, I'm always a optimist, but I mean, if you look at the worst case scenario, that's usually what's going to happen. It's all about positive thinking. We can't always worry about the bad things because it ruins the good things. But that's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.